Charité Hospital here in Berlin. They had also been in the DRC. There's no word yet whether they were showing any symptoms. And we're going to Bolivia now, where President Rodrigo Paz has announced plans to reorganize his cabinet to quell anti-government protests and blockades in La Paz. Just 6 months after taking office, the president is facing calls to step down. Weeks of road closures spearheaded by workers' unions have emptied markets and depleted medical reserves. The government says at least 3 people have died after ambulances were blocked from reaching hospitals.
Protests in La Paz again turned violent on Monday as riot police prevented crowds from demonstrating in front of government buildings located in the city's main square. For hours, the streets of downtown La Paz were the scene of a pitched battle, with police shooting tear gas and protesters hurling explosives and rocks. The protesters are demanding wage increases, economic stability, and an end to the privatization of state-owned companies.
Bolivia is going through a critical moment with this traitorous government that is selling off our natural resources to transnational corporations. And we, as the proletarian vanguard, will not allow this government to continue selling off and indebting our country.
It cannot be that this government is ruling by decree. In the future, things will even be worse for the Bolivian people. And to prevent that from happening, we demand the resignation of this traitorous, separatist government, which will issue decrees against the Bolivian people tomorrow and the day after.
While the week-long protests are aimed at ramping up pressure on the government, they've had a palpable side effect for ordinary citizens: acute shortages of fuel, food, and basic goods.
Merchants don't have anything to sell because the trucks with merchandise are stuck on the roads, unable to get through. Things are just there, prevented from passing.
And the few goods that do get through have become prohibitively expensive.
They get very angry about the high price because at that price many people aren't buying anymore. Now they're buying by the half pound instead of the pound.
With the year-on inflation rate already at 14%, there seems to be no clear remedy for the country's worst economic ordeal in 4 decades.
You're watching DW News. Here's a quick reminder of our top stories at this hour. The US government has indicted the former Cuban president Raul Castro over the shooting down of 2 civilian planes in 1996. The Justice Department alleges that the 94-year-old Castro, Cuba's defense minister at the time, played a leading role in the planning. 4 critics of the communist island were killed. And Russia's President Vladimir Putin has told Chinese leader Xi Jinping that their country's ties have reached an unprecedentedly high level. His comments came during a 2-day visit to Beijing. Russia and China signed several cooperation deals in sectors including trade and technology. And that's it from me and the news team for now. Remember, you can find a lot more news on our website. That's dw.com. And do follow us on social media. We're on YouTube and Instagram. Our handle is @DW News. Thanks for watching.
Fisk Transportation, proud to support OPT World because strong communities are built on understanding and connection. The World Channel provides programming that opens windows to the world through culture, education, and conversation. Fisk Transportation, offering a variety of public and private passenger transportation services in the 4-state region since 1975. Reservations and quote information at fisklimo.com.
Hi, I'm Sue Robinson, Community Support Director for OPT. After losing federal funding, OPT is facing an annual budget gap. To protect the programs you rely on, we've launched the Ozark Public Broadcasting Bridge Fund, an effort focused on long-term solutions through major and multi-year gifts. Membership remains at the heart of OPT, and for those who can do more, the Bridge Fund helps secure the future of public media in the Ozarks. Visit optv.org/bridge to learn more.
Next time on Stories from the Stage.
For the past 13 years, no other girl in my class had a mustache. Who am I gonna be without one?
So I knew something was wrong, and he just told us, I'm about to go to the hospital, and I'm not sure when I'm coming back.
I'm an Asian immigrant living in Maine, and you want me to play the flute? Haven't I suffered long enough?
Funding for presentation of this program is provided by the Freeman Foundation,
the Judy and Peter Bloom Kovler Foundation, upholding freedom by strengthening democracies at home and abroad.
And now, BBC News.
I'm Sumi Somaskanda in Washington, and this is BBC World News America. Former President Raul Castro of Cuba is indicted by the U.S. government 30 years after the Cuban military shot down 2 civilian planes.
This was I think it was a very big moment for people that, not only Cuban Americans, but people that came from Cuba, that want to go back to Cuba, people that want to see their family in Cuba.
Also coming up, Chinese President Xi Jinping says Russia is the force of calm among the chaos after hosting Vladimir Putin on the heels of Donald Trump's state visit last week. President Trump scores another victory in his campaign to punish dissenters in his Republican Party with the ousting of Congressman Thomas Massie in Kentucky's primary election. And the World Health Organization warns the most promising potential vaccine to tackle the strain of Ebola spreading in Central Africa won't be available for 6 to 9 months. Welcome to World News America. Thank you for joining us tonight. The U.S. government has indicted Raul Castro, the 94-year-old former president of Cuba and brother of Cuban revolutionary Fidel Castro. The charges stem from a deadly attack in 1996 when Cuban military jets shot down 2 civilian planes operated by Cuban exiles, killing 4 people on board. Here's the acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche.
Today's indictment, while it does not bring back the murdered victims, it makes a